The House bill, Section 1109, provides the FDIC authority to avoid or mitigate adverse effects on systemic economic conditions or financial stability by guaranteeing obligations of solvent financial institutions. The FDIC's guarantees can be up to $500 billion and may be expanded an additional $500 billion with permission from Congress. That is $500 billion in potential taxpayer liabilities to solvent companies. This is not the death panel that Chairman Frank so often claims. This is not an enhanced bankruptcy process or an expedited bankruptcy that the administration wants people to believe. It is, in fact, a codification of the current ad hoc approach to bailouts. As Mr. Sherman has noted in the past, this amounts to TARP on steroids. We're handing over the keys to the Treasury to unelected bureaucrats. If TARP was any indicator, regulators will always err on the side of doling out too many federal dollars under the guise of preventing a systemic shock. If the letter of the law allows for them to guarantee $500 billion of debt for solvent companies, they will do that. And this is simply the wrong approach. Regulatory discretion, armed with a large pool of taxpayer money, will inevitably lead to political abuse. Under the Dodd-Frank approach, government will determine which firms are too big to fail and which are too small to save. Under this bill, the government will determine which creditors and which counterparties of a failed firm should be bailed out and those that should not. And government will dismantle a healthy institution that they may believe may pose a risk under the wording of the legislation. This type of power will lead to a hyper-political environment where political pull will replace market discipline. Subjectivity will replace objectivity and the clearly defined rules of the road that have been a cornerstone of our capital markets. We need to expand the bankruptcy process and the clearly defined rules of the road that come with it. And we need to take out the ability for political manipulation in the process.